15,000 chemicals. They're the synthetic chemicals group, also known as forever chemicals, or PFAs. PFAs, the forever chemicals. It's a group of 15,000 chemicals that you can't get rid of them. You vacuum your carpet, or you shampoo your carpet, or you wash your clothes, or any number of other consumer products that you flush down the sink into your septic system and into your septic leach system, like at Lake George, New York. There's 6,000 septic systems, and then there's various sewage treatment plants all around the lake, but they don't filter out the PFAs. So thousands of chemicals are being dumped into the Lake George basin, and of course flushed with the Lake George Dam at Ticonderoga, Dam A, Dam 230, which has been used for, I don't know, a century and a half, even longer, to flush all the sewage from Ticonderoga into Lake Champlain, and to flush all the industrial waste and chemicals and slop from all the industries in Ticonderoga, and to flush the leachate from 6,000 septic systems, leach fields, and significant numbers of sewage treatment plants on Lake George, because the sewage treatment plants do not filter out the PFAs, or the group of 15,000 chemicals that are leaching into Lake George, New York. Now, I've done Freedom of Information Act demand, Freedom of Information Law demand on New York State Conservation and the Lake George Park Association there, the Lake George Park Commission. EvCon at Raybrook, the Attorney General of the state of New York and the Governor of the state of New York. I want all the sediment results and testing on Lake George for these chemicals. There's apparently 15,000 chemicals in this PFA group. And according to the Attorney General's office of the state of New York, it all gets flushed into the septic systems and into the groundwater. So I'm asking the state of New York to cough up their records. They filed this big lawsuit against 5 or 6 of the largest chemical companies in the world, apparently, over these PFAs, the 15,000 chemicals that are in the Lake George basin. The watershed, the Lake George watershed that gets flushed down the Ticonderoga Creek. The poop chute River. Now, I've been telling federal courts, and I've been writing about this flushing of the toilet Lake George, and the flushing of the toilet Lake Champlain, and the flushing of the poop chute river. I've been writing about this stuff, I don't know, 40, 50 years. Anyways, my father was raising hell about it back in the 1960s before he died in 1973. 74, I guess he died. Long story made short, Letitia James, Governor Kathy Hochul, the New York State Environmental Conservation Commissioner. To make a long story short, I want your records. And I've made official demands for them. You can't hide, you can't run from it anymore. You can't run from the flushing and all that lake level and ice and snow manipulation on Lake George, where you destroyed how many billions of dollars worth of lakefront property and docks and bulkheads, seawall, and boathouses. My parents' marina got wiped out 5 years in a row because of the flushing and the up and down ice sheet and all that snow. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it right there. 15,000 forever chemicals dumped and flushed into Lake George, New York. I don't think the lake's all that pristine, but, you know, I'll leave it up to you to make that decision. Hasta la vista. God bless you. You can bet your ass on one thing. We will be back.